Final Destination 2. Let's just jump right into it. The opening credits are just like the first movie, except this time we're being caught up on the events of the first film, with this movie taking place on Flight 180's anniversary. After the credits, the movie starts with them getting in the car, and then bam, we're on the highway. It's wasting no time. They're not sitting on toilets like in the first one. They know why we're here. And this opening has everything you could ever want. It introduces the players for this round. And absolutely nobody here should own a license. We have a sports team that's chanting "pile up." We have a creepy-ass kid making prolonged eye contact. We have drinking, weed, cocaine. But the party's just getting started. Because then a log flies through the police officer's face. And then you watch in explosive glory, everybody dying. Our main character had a premonition, and in a panic, they block the exit, trapping everyone that was featured in our premonition. And we still have this intense energy from the start. Everyone is getting pissed off. Her friends are freaking out. The cop is trying to talk to her. People want to go around. And then the explosion happens. Plot twist, her friends die anyway. It's a little surprising, not just because it's a surprise, but the first movie was definitely a teen horror movie. It had one adult, a teacher that was also caught up in it. In this movie, everyone is over 18. Except this time we have a 15-year-old teenager. A little variety goes a long way, and I'm glad they kinda switched it up a bit. You don't have to wait long at all for our first corrective accident. The super lucky lotto winner. And wow, is this scene great. This is a blink and you'll miss it sequence. Not just for the fun domino effect stuff, because there's a lot of bad decisions that get him in this situation. But if you pay enough attention, you'll be able to predict how it's going to happen. You know that spaghetti is going to come back into play. And you know that he's going to be impaled through the eye somehow, because of all these little hidden details. And unlike the first movie, death isn't covering its tracks. It's a pretty ridiculous and gruesome event. And if our remaining survivors aren't panicking yet, they should be. This movie isn't going to take its time, because tomorrow the kid has a dentist appointment. And the only thing scarier than death is the fucking dentist. So I'm not going to go over every single set piece in this movie, but I will say that every single one of them is a lot of fun. This movie improves on the first one in so many ways. For one, it's full throttle. It's always suspenseful. There's always something stressful happening on screen. At least, almost always stressful. The signs from death are also so much more interesting this time. And this movie is so much more violent. The gore is top-notch. I really can't stress that enough. This isn't even a guilty pleasure. It's just good cinema. It's art. But let's talk about issues. This could have just been a sequel to Final Destination, without any connections to the original. And it would have easily stood fine on its own. But that's not the direction they took. They get help from Claire, who explains that death's design works forwards, killing in the order they were originally supposed to die. But that's not the case here. Death is working backwards this time. Each person that was supposed to die in that traffic accident is supposed to already be dead, prior to that accident. But due to a ripple effect from the original Flight 180 incident, they didn't die how they were supposed to. Why does death still need to be cleaning up after Flight 180? It's an interesting approach, but if you think about the logistics of it all, this highway accident, it's a bit absurd. You could have involved Claire simply because she survived last time. We don't need all of this to be connected. So we go visit Candyman again, and now we have a new rule. New life can clean the slate free. Force death to rewrite the whole script. This is an overly complicated plot. You want to use the new life loophole you scrapped from the first movie, that's fine. But it gets messy and confusing when you mix in these connections to the first movie. Also, since this movie never slows down, it has a bunch of twists and turns, one right after another. The movie just can't pick a lane. But don't get me wrong, the whole thing is a total blast. I love the fake out ending with the baby. Everyone thinks everything is going to be okay, and then they explode. Then the actual new life ending feels a tiny bit dumb, but they did properly set it up, so okay. But then we get to the real ending, the very, very end, and it ends with a violent laugh. You can't beat the ending of the first one, that shocking revelation, but you can make an ending that's funny and gruesome, which is just as good. Final Destination 2 is everything you want. It cranks up the fun, and it doubles down on the dumb. And that's why we love it.